One of the things I love to do most with poi dance is getting the poi and the feet moving together. This combo is a great example of this. Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, bringing you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And today, we are going to be digging into some fancy footwork. Before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Flow DNA, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all of these awesome companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. So confession time. This is actually one half of what was really legitimately my favorite combo for my recent Emo Flow video a couple weeks ago. But because it's such a novel and because there's so many layers to it, I had to cut it in half. So this week is going to be the latter half of the combo, and next week is going to be the former half of it. So what tricks are you going to need in order to get down this combo? Well, you're going to need to know how to do your isolated throws, your wall playing caps, as well as stalls, of course. And finally, you're going to need to know how to do split time opposites anti-spin flowers. I know, doesn't sound like that many tricks, but it's the way we string them together and get your feet involved. I will go ahead and leave links to tutorials for all of these tricks down in the description, as well as up in the cards if you happen to be watching this video on YouTube. I'm going to show you that combo at full speed and then take you through it step by step before showing it to you again in slow motion. So can I just say from the drop that one of the things I truly love about this combo is that it's one of the few that I've written that involve a lot of downstage movement. Normally I just go side to side, like left stage and right stage and everything, and there's not a whole lot of depth involved in my combos. So I happen to really like the fact that this combo involves a lot of it. All right, so we're gonna start this off with our poi spinning in together opposites in wheel plane. It's really, really important. Make sure that your right hand poi is going reverse and your left hand poi is going forwards. Now we start this combo off with a horizontal isolated throw. Again, isolated throws are basically just, you kind of like almost make it as though you're going to just let the poi go and run free very, very lightly and everything. But to get that kind of horizontal motion on it, you give the tether a little bit of a flick as it's going around and everything. Now, after you complete that throw, you're going to let the poi kind of fall down by your side and everything, and you're going to get it back going in a reverse direction. So if we wind up right back where we started, why am I even bothering to throw in that isolated throw? Because it looks cool is why, okay? Anywho, so now that we've got our poi back in together opposites, I'm going to initiate the rest of this combo by doing a wall playing cap that is basically going to be my right hand going extension and my left hand going anti-spin all the way around to my left hand side. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm also stepping my right foot around in front of my left, all right? Now, I'm going to make like I'm going to do the very same thing going back the other way. My left foot is going to come around out to step in front of my right, but I'm only going to get up to the very, very top of that pattern. That is, I'm only going to have 1, 2 anti-spin pedals with my right hand, and my left hand is going to be going an extension up there and everything. Once I get to the top, I'm going to break them apart and spin them behind my shoulders. I'm going to step forward with my right, and then I'm going to kind of run up front as I stall both of the poi down in front of me like so. Now, when I arrive on that stall right there, it's going to be the kind of thing that I'm going to try and boom, kind of push my head away from that point where the poi are landing. You can actually make this shape work with your entire body by basically reaching your left foot in front. So you're kind of having your head and your left toe working in opposition to each other, and that'll really make that stall land a little harder. So that whole section winds up being, I do the toss, catch the poi, step around to the left, step around to the right, come on out, and boom, land that stall. And honestly, you can take as many beats as you want to come down stage and everything. The direction that I'm going in here is basically diagonal from upstage left to downstage right. I'm kind of like working across the diagonal and everything. I don't want to wind up at center stage at any point of this because I'm about to open up to center stage in just a second. So we landed here and it was lovely. And now it is our job to get our right hand poi to poke straight up towards the sky. One way you can do this is you can do a G-pop. That basically is just like pulling up on the tether, and imagine that you're going to fling it off to let it go be free. The other way you could do it is to do a couple anti-spin pedals so that you go out to the right and then up. But by the time that poi reaches the top, you want to step out with your left foot, putting you on the stage center and everything, right? Now, once that right-hand poi is pointing up, that's your cue to go into those split opposite anti-spin flowers. Now, you can actually hang out here for as long as you want to, but the way I've been doing this combo involves doing only one rep and boom, stalling out to the side. So once you have stalled out to the side, your next move is that you're going to sweep both poi down and around in pendulums in front of you. Now, what happens when they get over to your left-hand side here is you're going to do a little isolated stall here, a little point isolation. We've talked about these in past combo tutorials, where it's basically you're taking the end of a pendulum and switching the movement of it. So do you see how when you're doing a pendulum, there's kind of this round motion that the poi is doing down below? You basically take your hand in a little semicircle that takes it above the poi head and it stops the poi from moving, yeah? So we're going to do this with both poi at the same time. Boom, bringing them to a stop over here on your left. It's really important that as you're doing these pendulums back and forth, that you're not reaching as far as you can, because that doesn't give you any room to be able to do that stall. Instead, I want you to keep your hands basically only just past the edge of your shoulders, so you've got some room for your hands to move out, yeah? One way you could perhaps think about this is that your hands cannot be any more than one poise length away from your shoulders, because otherwise they're gonna get too far away, yeah? Oh, and of course the other thing that's happening as you're doing this is you're bringing your right foot up to meet your left knee. Don't let that catch you unawares. I rehearsed this combo a lot, and most frequently the thing that would go wrong is that I would have my weight in the wrong place and I would wind up falling back, or I would wind up falling forward. So make sure that you're ready for it. Make sure, you might want to actually take this as kind of like a horse stance. Or is this a bow stance? I think this is actually a bow stance. And make it so that you already have most of your weight distributed over your left foot, so that when you bring up your right foot to meet your left knee, that it doesn't come as new information for your body and everything, right? So as we're taking those poi down and around, we go boom, up like so. So I'm not gonna make you hang out here very long. Basically at this point, you're gonna bring that right hand up and around, and you're gonna do a single extension with it, yeah? Now, this is where I start bailing you out, because as it passes by the left-hand side again, you're basically going to use this as a moment to activate that right foot and do a little rond-de-jambe to take it around back behind you, yeah? It looks kind of like this. As I go up and around, boom, it activates the right foot. It's really important that the right foot and the right hand are kind of tracing around a half circle at the same time. They kind of reflect each other, yeah? Cool. So from here, we cap off the combo by simply brushing our left foot back behind us and doing a little stall up with both of the poi. That happens by bringing them up and around in a butterfly, and then boom, stalling them both up and out to the sides. As we do that, boom, I want you to have a focus shift where your gaze goes up. And, you know, if you want to, just wrap it up by wrapping those poi around your hands and everything. Sometimes when I'm feeling really slick, I want to go for the catch, where like I actually catch the poi in my hands to cap off that combo. I cannot remotely come close to doing that in a way that's dependable, so I'm not going to ask you to do it either. All right, so let's take all of that from the top. I have my poi going in together opposites. I do the isolated throw. I step around with the right, step around with the left. I come around up to downstage right. I do the G pop out, and I do that anti-spin flower. Boom, bring my knee up. Boom, take my foot back, and ow! Give that focus, and wrap up the poi to finish it off, yeah? Let's take another look at that in slow-mo. Amazing. So clearly I am doing all of these transitions back to back, but you know what? You don't have to. There's a lot of room for you here to be able to repeat one move over and over again in between these transitions and everything if you want to take it just a little bit slower. So my challenge to you is, I want to see as much of this combo as you're comfortable with, or maybe a new combo that's based upon some of the ideas that I'm showing off in here and everything. Either which way, please post video of yourself doing that combo to Instagram and use the hashtag DrexFactorPoi so I can check it out. You could also post it to your stories and tag me. I am at DrexFactor on Instagram, and I will go ahead and copy your video then and share it with all of my followers. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to help other people discover this video, and of course, help my channel grow. And of course, a huge thank you, because this video would not be possible without the kind contributions of these amazing folks right here. These are my Flow patrons over on Patreon, and they, along with the wonderful folks listed down in the description of this video, make this video and all the videos on this channel possible. If you would like to sign up to support this work that I'm doing, bringing poi spinning and flow arts to the wider world and helping people discover creative movement that they never knew was possible in their bodies before, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up. You can get early access to all of my content, as well as a say in what topics I tackle in the future, plus which some great behind the scenes and extra content as well. So go and check that out. Please and thank you. All right, so if you're not totally sick of combos based upon that work in my Emo Flow video, I've got one more coming for you next week that is actually the other half of this particular combo here and everything. And yeah, it is definitely going to have some additional pieces that are going to be challenging, but I think it's also going to be really fun and everything too, yeah? And of course, after the fact, you can put the two pieces together. Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Peace.